Hey, it's Jack from Alpha Charts with a stocks to watch video. Today is December 30th, 2023. Before we get started, this video is for informational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security. I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. All right. If you haven't done so yet, please follow me on X or Twitter at AlphaCharts365. If you go back and look this past week, I did give a free view of my subscription group. Real simple, just click on my name, and everything that has subscriber on the top would have been a subscriber only tweet. All right. So go back, look at it, see if it's information that you would like, right? If it's something that could help you in your trading, then for $10 a month, it's the best deal out there, hands down. So, what do I give? Obviously, I'm giving in-depth market reviews, videos, focus lists, midweek videos, midweek market notes, annotated charts with setups, daily market scans, daily posts just for subscribers, chart requests for subscribers, weekend market notes. I'm trying to think what else. I just a ton of information that always keeps you engaged in the market. And so you don't have to do the research yourself. You could, but it also gives you, frees up your time. And for $10 a month, your time is extremely, extremely valuable. And this is a way that I'm doing the work anyway. This is my way of sharing it with everybody for a very, very low cost. Basically, I made it so everybody can afford to this type of research. If you're interested, again, go to Alpha Charts 365. Just scroll through my profile, look at everything with subscriber. If it fits what you want to do, and it's going to help you make money in the market for $10 a month, that is the deal of the century. Anyway, let's get to this video. We have the SPY. We have a beautiful base showing up, and let's zoom into the bottom section right over here. And you see it's kind of a widening pattern over here. Maybe some volatility coming into the market. And when we look, as expected, we had a very low volume grind higher. And then on Friday, the last day of the year, we had a big spike in volume as things went down. Now, that could just be people selling on the last day to, for tax loss harvesting or other reasons, whatever the reason is, doesn't really matter, right? We did have a slightly greater bar right there on Friday. And so as we go into the first of the year, I am in a cautious stance. Okay. Let's get into some names that are looking pretty good though as we enter the year, brand new year. Here's shift four payments, right? Price got up to this area, and now we have gone sideways in this area for a couple weeks. And right, if we break out above $76, 76 and a quarter, I think we could be long this name, shift four payments, FOUR. Next one up is SoFi. So this one is came up again to this area where we saw that there was selling that happened in this area as it broke out, went up 20% and came right back down. And now we're back up to the scene of the crime, basically. So if this little flag that it's making right over here can turn around and get above, $10.50, I think that's a place where we would manage risk on this one. So SOFI, it's a setup. Snow, SNOW. Nice base. And now, more importantly, in this area, again, this is a note that you can see that, at one point, we were talking about this in the subscriber group, and this is the type of chart setup that you may, expect to have. And it went ahead and kind of is making like a mini cup and handle right over here. If this ends up being some sort of handle-ish or just a little base, break out above 200, right? Above 200, I think we could be it in this game. And nothing has changed actually since this note was written, right? It did, I think I did break even on this particular trade. I'm looking, I have my spreadsheet open over here. On snow, it doesn't really matter actually, but here it is. Snow lost 2%. Lost 2% on this trade, but that's the way this stuff works, right? It came right back, unfortunately. I think 194 is my stop, and it came right back. And so I'm not afraid to re-enter this trade if it sets up again, which it's trying to do, right now. So again, above 200, I think we could be long the name. Below 200, no reason to be long the name. What else? SentinelOne right there. Big move higher, and now it's just kind of going sideways, letting the moving averages catch up. Here comes the 9-day, starting to flatten out a little bit, flagging just a little bit. And let's see, it's in a range, right? If it can kind of hold this purple boxy area, we'll call it, stay above $27. And then eventually break out above, we'll call it $28, right? I think we could be long via above 28 with our stop around 27. That's easy, right? Very simple type of setup, but this one looks really good. A lot of strength in this name. We'll see if it happens, right? No guarantees. LSPD, another one, beautiful rounding base, and it broke out. Still, again, a little bit maybe ahead of the market. I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of a pullback, maybe to this $20.50-ish area, right? Let the moving averages catch up, and then if it holds, you could buy as it breaks higher, maybe around 21 or so, right? You want to see a lower high though, or a flag or something show where buyers are showing up first. LSPD. PEOR. Here's PEOR, again, another software type name. And we have just, kind of ragged base, but still you see right where sellers are selling and showing up, right? So it needs to get above this area. We're really close, above 70 and a quarter, somewhere around there, right? It's not much higher. I think we could be long, and I would be long via this 9-day EMA, right? Let it just trend higher and see where it can go. That's it. It would be pretty good reward to risk. It's about 3% or so. That's very reasonable. Next up, TMDX. Here's TMDX. Nice big up, nice giant gap, 50%. You see it just has been nonstop buying since, for the most part, consolidate higher, consolidate. The idea is higher. So above 82 and a quarter-ish, right? Somewhere around there. And I think we could get higher, maybe to this, 100 level. That's where it kind of found a lot of supply before. So that's where I would look for more supply, anywhere from 95 to 100. TMDX looks really good. Next up, Carvana, highly shorted name. You see this beautiful inverse head and shoulder. It's one that we tried last week. I kept a really tight stop on it, so I did stop out of this one. Doesn't mean I'm not willing to try it again. It's a beautiful flag right there. I think Carvana looks great. And let's see, I'm actually going to add this to my subscriber list. You see, I go through a lot more names with subscribers, just nature of the beast, but it's definitely one I want to share with them as well, because that is just absolutely beautiful. And if it can break this trend line, like, I love the reward to risk in this particular name, gigantic base. So looks great. Carvana. Next up is SCHW. This is Schwab. Very classic double bottom. There's your breakout. Here's your retest. And now it's moving higher. So, I mean, I think, we could be long this name right here and using this low as my stop, right? So the low is, we'll call it $67. It's at 68.83. So yeah, I mean, that's as simple as it gets, right? Very low risk, right in the right area. You want to say, okay, maybe it'll fill the gap, go to 66. What's the high there? Maybe a 66.41. So maybe go 66 and a quarter or something like that, a little bit lower. And yeah, I mean, but that's a beautiful looking double bottom. It went from 48.49 to 68.69. It's $20. So we're gonna figure we'll get to, yeah, it looks like maybe the top of this area right here, right? This is where I would expect maybe, a target to be, right around 85 to 90. Looks good. And the last one I have for you tonight is Snap. And look at Snap with a beautiful little flag right there. There's hugging the 90. You know, if it can break, this downtrend line, the tight action right there. I mean, yeah, I think this can move much higher. I don't use it. I know my kids use it, Snap, but just looks really, really good. Maybe it closes the gap. Maybe it gets higher than that. We'll see. But it looks like it wants higher. So Snap looks really good as well. All right. So at Alpha Charts 365, check that out. Scroll through my profile and look for everything that says subscriber. Again, if that can help you, consider coming on board, becoming part of the group, and we can and you'll get all of this information every single week. I mean, it's the best. Again, it's the best deal out there. If it can help you, come on board. All right, y'all have a great day. Thank you. Happy New Year.